Imagine you're alone. It's 2 a.m. somewhere in the African savannah. No fire, no shelter, just darkness stretching in every direction. And then you hear it, a sound that makes your blood run cold. Not a growl, not a roar, something far worse. Something that sounds disturbingly, impossibly, like laughter. Like something is laughing at you from the dark. And whatever is making that sound, there are more than one of them. And they are getting closer. That sound, that's a hyena. And what you think you know about hyenas is almost certainly wrong. Dead wrong. If you're new here, subscribe right now. We cover the most terrifying, mind-bending creatures on this planet. And today's video might just be the one that changes how you see the animal kingdom forever. Most people think of hyenas as the cowardly scavengers of the wild. The dirty ones. The sneaky ones. The ones that steal from lions and run away cackling into the night. Disney didn't help. Pop culture didn't help. Centuries of mythology and misunderstanding didn't help. But here's the truth, and it is genuinely shocking. Hyenas are not scavengers pretending to be predators. In reality, it's often the other way around. Lions steal from hyenas far more frequently than hyenas steal from lions. That narrative you grew up with? Completely flipped. And that's just the beginning. There are 4 species of hyena alive today. The spotted hyena, the striped hyena, the brown hyena, and the bizarre, insect-eating aardwolf, which barely resembles its cousins at all. But when people talk about hyenas, they almost always mean the spotted hyena, Crocuta crocuta. And it is, without exaggeration, one of the most extraordinary animals ever to walk this earth. Let's start with the most obvious thing, the bite. Because if you haven't heard the numbers, prepare yourself. A spotted hyena's bite force registers at approximately 1,100 pounds per square inch. That is not a typo. To put that into perspective, a lion bites at around 650 psi. A great white shark comes in at roughly 600. A hyena's jaw is so powerful, so brutally engineered by millions of years of evolution, that it can crush through the femur of a full-grown giraffe like it's a breadstick. Not crack it, crush it. They consume bone. They digest bone. Their stomachs produce acids so concentrated and so corrosive that they break down what virtually every other carnivore on Earth simply can't process. They eat the parts of a carcass that lions, leopards, and vultures leave behind. Nothing goes to waste. And that's not weakness. That's a superpower. When a hyena swallows bone, something remarkable happens inside. The calcium gets metabolized so thoroughly that their feces, their droppings, come out white. Bleached white. Chalky. Archaeologists have actually used ancient hyena feces preserved in caves to understand what megafauna used to roam prehistoric landscapes. Their digestive system is, from a biological standpoint, nothing short of extraordinary. They are, in a very real way, the cleanup crew that keeps ecosystems from drowning in death. But don't let that fool you into thinking they're passive. Spotted hyenas are apex hunters. In many parts of sub-Saharan Africa, they are responsible for killing the majority of large prey, wildebeest, zebra, buffalo, themselves, from scratch, as a coordinated clan. They can run at 37 miles per hour for several kilometers without stopping. Their cardiovascular system is disproportionately large compared to their body size, giving them almost supernatural endurance. They are built like biological engines that simply do not quit. They will chase prey for miles and miles, wearing it down through sheer relentless pursuit, long after any other predator would have given up and gone home. And they don't hunt alone. They hunt in clans. They communicate. They strategize. And this is where hyenas become something truly different. Something that stops you cold when you actually study it. Hyenas are not just smart. They are, by measurable scientific standards, among the most cognitively complex social animals on the planet. Research published in peer-reviewed journals has shown that spotted hyenas outperform chimpanzees on certain cooperative problem-solving tasks. Read that again. Not wolves. Not dolphins. Chimpanzees. Our closest relatives. When presented with puzzles that require 2 individuals to coordinate actions simultaneously to unlock food, hyena pairs figure it out faster and with less social conflict than chimps. They understand social hierarchies with stunning nuance. They can track the relationships between other individuals in their clan, remembering who is allied with whom, who outranks whom, and adjusting their behavior accordingly in real time. This is called transitive inference. and it's the kind of reasoning we once thought was uniquely primate. Hyenas do it naturally, quietly, in the dark. Their social structure itself is one of the most unusual in the entire animal kingdom. Spotted hyenas live in clans that can number anywhere from a handful of individuals to over 80 animals. And those clans are matriarchies, completely, unambiguously female-dominated. The lowest-ranking female in the clan outranks the highest-ranking male. Every male, always. Cubs born to dominant females inherit high status. The pecking order is intricate, inherited, and enforced constantly through subtle social signals that researchers spent decades learning to read. Males, who are actually smaller than females in this species, a reversal of what we see in most large carnivores, spend their lives essentially on the margins. They defer, they wait, they eat last. And here is where it gets truly strange. Truly, genuinely strange in a way that makes biologists uncomfortable even today. Female spotted hyenas have what appears, at first glance, to be male anatomy. It's not. It's a highly masculinized female reproductive system, a pseudopenis formed from an elongated clitoris that is fully erectile and nearly indistinguishable externally from a male's. There are no external vaginal openings. Females urinate through this organ, mate through it, and, impossibly, agonizingly, give birth through it. The birth canal is so narrow that roughly 60% of firstborn cubs die during delivery from asphyxiation, and a shocking number of first-time mothers die as well. It is one of the most brutal birthing processes in nature, and scientists still debate exactly why evolution arrived at this design. One leading theory involves androgens, male hormones, flooding the womb during pregnancy, producing the hyper-aggressive, dominant females that the social structure requires. The cost of that dominance is paid in blood every single time. And the cubs, they arrive into the world already dangerous. Unlike nearly every other predator species, spotted hyena cubs are born with their eyes open, their teeth already erupted, and an immediate, murderous drive to establish dominance. Within minutes of birth, cubs from the same litter will attack each other. In same-sex litters especially, this sibling aggression can be lethal. This isn't playful tumbling. This is combat. The den becomes a killing ground before the cubs are even an hour old. In a harsh environment where food is uncertain and competition is relentless, the hyena starts fighting for its life from the very first breath. Now, about that laugh. It's not laughter. Nothing about it is laughter. The giggling, whooping, cackling vocalization that haunts the African night is a complex communication signal. Researchers have analyzed the acoustic properties of hyena giggles and found that they encode extraordinarily detailed information: the social rank of the individual producing it, its age, and its emotional state. A hyena giggling in the presence of a dominant animal is, essentially, screaming submission. I know you are above me. I am not a threat. The higher the pitch and the faster the giggle, the more subordinate the position. It's a social signal, exquisitely tuned by evolution, not a sound of amusement or cruelty. When a hyena laughs at you in the dark, it's not mocking you. It's communicating something far more complex than mockery. Their full vocal repertoire is extraordinary. The whoop, that long, haunting call that carries across kilometers of open savanna, is how clans locate each other, how mothers call to cubs, how individuals announce their presence to rivals and allies alike. Scientists can identify individual hyenas by their whoops alone, the same way we recognize voices on the phone. Each call is a signature. The lowing sound, like a distressed cow, signals alarm or distress. There are grunts, growls, yells, fast whoops, a vocabulary that researchers are still fully mapping. In the dark, in a landscape where vision has limits, hyenas built their social world in sound. And then there are the eyes. If you have ever been unfortunate enough, or fortunate enough, depending on your perspective, to face a hyena at night and shine a light at it, you'll understand why so many cultures across history decided these animals were supernatural. The tapetum lucidum, the reflective layer behind the retina that amplifies low light, gives a hyena's eyes a greenish-yellow gleam in darkness that is deeply, primally unsettling. They see in the dark in a way we simply cannot. Their night vision is exceptional. In the hours between midnight and dawn, When most large prey animals are at their most vulnerable and most of their potential competitors are resting, spotted hyenas are at their most active, most coordinated, most dangerous. The darkness is theirs. We just don't know it. And then there is the relationship with lions. Because this is where everything gets operatic. Lions and hyenas have been in direct, continuous conflict for so long that some researchers describe it as a true interspecies war. Not occasional skirmishes, but a cold war that erupts in a hot violence constantly. Lions will go out of their way to kill hyenas even when they're not hungry, and the hyenas pose no immediate threat. It appears to be targeted aggression, competitive killing, aimed at reducing the number of rivals in a territory. Hyenas return the favor. There are documented cases of hyena clans mobbing and killing lions, particularly younger or weaker individuals caught alone. A large clan of spotted hyenas, 20-30 animals, can surround and overwhelm a single lion in minutes. And unlike the romanticized image of the noble lion driving off the cowardly mob, the reality on the ground is far more complicated. In areas like the Ngorongoro crater in Tanzania, hyenas outnumber lions significantly, and lions are regularly displaced from their own kills by sheer hyena numbers. The king of the jungle? In the real food chain, the crown is contested. There's another dimension to the spotted hyena story that most documentaries skim past or skip entirely. Cannibalism. Hyenas will eat other hyenas. Not commonly, not casually, but it happens, and it has been directly observed and recorded. In situations of food scarcity or in the aftermath of violent clan conflict, a dead hyena is food. What makes this particularly remarkable is the social complexity it has to coexist with. An animal capable of transitive reasoning, of recognizing individuals, of forming long-term social bonds, is also capable of consuming a clan member under sufficiently extreme conditions. It is a reminder that in nature, sentimentality is a luxury evolution rarely affords. Hyenas also have a relationship with humans that stretches back to the very dawn of recorded history, and it is uniformly dark. In ancient Egypt, they were sometimes kept as livestock and fattened for meat, a practice that sounds insane from our modern vantage point, but is depicted in tomb paintings with casual normalcy. In Ethiopian cities, particularly in Harar, a tradition has persisted for generations of feeding wild spotted hyenas at city gates, a kind of mutual truce, an agreement between the city and the darkness. The Harar hyenas have been studied for decades and are some of the most habituated wild hyenas on record. They come to the walls of the city at night, are called by name, and fed by hand. Tourists go there specifically to experience it. It is one of the most surreal wildlife interactions on Earth. But beyond Harar, across most of sub-Saharan Africa, hyenas carry a far heavier symbolic weight. They are associated with witchcraft, with death, with the underworld. In many traditional belief systems, witches ride hyenas through the night. The spotted hyena is the mount of evil. In Kenyan and Tanzanian folklore, they are believed to be the familiars of sorcerers, animals that dig up graves and consume the dead. This last belief, at least, has a factual foundation. Hyenas will absolutely exhume and consume human remains. They have been documented doing so in conflict zones, in areas of famine, near cemeteries. The myth grew from a real behavior, as the most durable myths always do. In Islamic tradition, the hyena occupies an interesting and ambiguous space. There are ancient texts that categorize its flesh as permissible for consumption, while others forbid it. In parts of the Arabian Peninsula, striped hyenas were historically believed to have magical properties. Hyena body parts were used in folk medicine, in talismans, in love spells. The hyena body, in human imagination, has always been a site of power and terror simultaneously. And perhaps that's the most accurate way to think about them. Hyena as paradox, repulsive and magnificent, cowardly and ferociously brave, ugly and perfectly engineered, savage and deeply intelligent, the animal that laughs but is never amused, the mother that can barely survive her own children's birth, the hunter that gets credit only for the scavenging, the genius that no one believes is smart, the predator that wins half its fights and gets remembered only for the losses. Science has spent decades trying to correct the record on hyenas, and the general public has been stubbornly resistant to updating. Part of that is Disney. Part of it is the deep, Ancient human discomfort with animals that feed on death, that come in the night, that eat what we have buried, that sound like laughter in the darkness. Psychologically, we need them to be lesser creatures. We need them to be the villains. Because if they're not, if they're actually brilliant and complex and magnificently adapted and in many ways superior to the animals we've decided to love, then we have to confront something uncomfortable about who decides what gets to be noble in nature. The lion is noble because it looks like power. The hyena is despised because it smells like death. But take away the aesthetics, take away the mythology, take away the cinema, and you're left with an animal that outthinks its rivals, outlasts them in pursuit, holds together vast social structures with a precision and sophistication that rivals primates, and has survived essentially unchanged for millions of years while countless other megafauna have gone extinct around it. The hyena endures, quietly, in the dark, still giggling. Next time you hear that sound in the night, that eerie, rising, impossible laugh echoing across the darkness, don't pity the animal making it. Don't think of cowardice, or stealing, or villainy. Think of 40 million years of evolution. Think of a jaw that crushes bone to chalk. Think of a mother surviving a birth that should have killed her. Think of an animal smarter than we gave it credit for, running at 37 miles per hour across a moonlit plain towards something that thought it was safe. The hyena laughs last. It always has.